is William Ashley Norman and welcome to ChickenWired. What is ChickenWired? That's what this video is all about. Well, ChickenWired is a craft that I have put together over the last 30 odd years. It's a very simple craft in so far as all you need to do from a piece of chicken wire, just like that, is to cut shapes from that wire, use part of the wire to connect the pieces together to create whatever sculpture you would like to make. It's as simple as that. It's a very easy to follow craft. It's not too complicated, but it is very effective at making all manner of bits and pieces, which I'm sure you will see in the course of all our videos here. So what is chicken wire? Well, chicken wire is a very well-known type of wire. It is generally used, as the name would suggest, for chicken coops. I have various pieces here. This is the stuff itself. This is a purely steel version. You recognise it by the hexagonal holes, okie dokie. And what you can see just on the edge here is just one of those hexagonal shapes. We've got a top and bottom thread. I call these the double threads because there's two threads going together. Very simple. Then on this side we have a long thread. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, and these can either be cut long or cut short. Got a little pair of cutters. Let me just cut them, and there we go. So we can cut it short. That is what we can do with the chicken wire. More of that to come. The actual chicken wire itself, though, this one is steel wire. Okay, so it's quite sturdy. It's good for making solid sort of sculptures, but really hard on the hand. Okay, if you use this one and you're not thinking, blood will flow. So you got to be careful with this stuff. That's why people don't like to use the stuff. It's nasty on the hands. We've also got the same sort of, is the hole is bigger. Okay, so where this one here we had a 13mm hole, 1/2 inch hole. On these ones we have, I believe it's a 19mm hole, and it goes up to a 1 inch or 25mm hole. Just means that the wire is a little less stable for making larger sculptures, but because of the size, you can make the much larger sculptures. So a quick demonstration of that. Oops. Here is my rabbit. Okay, this is just one of the sculptures that can be put together, but here it is in the 19-inch wire. I hope you can see that okay. You can see it better against there, but you can clearly see the difference in the sizes. Exactly the same template, exactly the same methodology for putting it together, just using different wire. As well as the steel wire, what we've also got here is plastic coated. So again, 13mm plastic coated wire. This is green stuff. This sort of thing you'll get down in DIY shops. I don't want to name it in particular, but DIY shops, you can get it on a roll. Or I will mention Harrison and Dunn and Stamford and Bourne because it's so terrific. So that is our PVC plastic coated wire, and again we've got a large version. This is a 1 inch version of the same wire, and again you can just make larger and larger sculptures. Maybe at some point I will show the camera around. I've got a bloke standing there and a Chinese dragon up at the top and a couple of suns over there, so you can make some much bigger bits and pieces. In the demonstrations I'll be using this stuff here. Okay, this is the wire that I get in especially for me. It is just the thickness of the wire and the plastic coating. It's all aimed towards it being easy on the hand. Finger friendly is the phrase that I would use. And this is the sort of wire that I would take to a workshop and in the schools so that the kids can have a go at the various sculptures, and we can carry on with the craft, do all that sort of thing. So that's the upshot of what chicken wire is. Cut out the shapes from the wire, connect them together to create the sculpture, and you can basically create anything. So there we go. A couple of little examples. My little Spitfire. This is one of the beginner pieces, and what I will be doing as I go through ChickenWired is I will be doing the introductory beginner pieces that are in all of the various kits, because as well as school workshops, this is a shameless promotion of my kits as well. This is just a way of getting the craft out there. When I do the videos, I'll let you see the shapes that you need to cut, how it goes together, so you can go off and have a go with any wire that you got. Any wire can be used, so there's no problem with that. But clearly, I want to sell the kits as well. Anyway, So the Spitfire will be one that I will be doing shortly. So come back to that video and give it a look. It's a lovely little piece. It is quite tricky, especially the propellers. It's probably the hardest beginner piece that I've got. So let's do the video and we'll get that done. There'll be a link in the description at some point. Beyond that, as well as the craft, those who are doing art or just want to have a little bit of hobby, it's a very mindful sort of activity because it's a very mellow activity. It's almost like sewing, click, 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 you're cutting out the shapes, putting them together. So it's a very relaxing hobby on that front. And as far as other things you can do with the wire sculptures, I mean, I'm a purist. I like just the wire sculptures. For example, oops, there's my octopus. I don't know how well you'll be able to see the octopus, but he's a fine old beast. I like him. I like him just as the wire, you see. You can make all sorts of things. So here we got, this is one of my simple little dragonflies. So very simple little piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 piece for the wings, and then just 1 piece which is folded in half and connected. We got a little frog coming up. I have a workshop with year 4, so we needed to come up with a design for a little frog so that they can get it done in about an hour or an hour and a half in the workshop. I like that. So there's all sorts of bits and pieces we're going to do with video after video after video. As I say, beyond the wire, if you want to use something, we've got fluffy white clouds, thunder clouds that we're going to do demonstrations of. Some topiary as well. There's mod rock that you can use. And well, it's just a little bit of tissue paper just to bring a bit of colour as we do in these school workshops. So thank you for watching so far. Please subscribe to the channel and share as you can, please, because I just want to get the craft out there. If you've got anything that you would like me to make or any demonstrations to do, then again, drop me an email in the messages. I believe that's how this thing works. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.